Hello and cheers, everybody. Welcome to Hopefully You're Reading. I am Hope, and this is the first ever installment of Dope or Nope with Hope. And I'm not gonna lie, I had so much fun coming up with this title. I didn't even come up with it. It just came into my head really quickly one night, and I thought I'm gonna run with it because it amuses me greatly. So this is where I'm gonna talk about just one single book. It probably won't be a very long video, but I am really excited to talk about this book because it is one of my most anticipated reads of the year, and I was really fortunate enough to be given access to an advanced e-copy of this book, and that is There Are Rivers in the Sky by Elif Shafak. I have been looking forward to reading this book ever since I learned that it was coming out, which I think was in January or February, and I've just been waiting for this book, and it has been absolutely worth the wait because, you know, spoiler alert, it's dope. It's such a good book. So let's talk about it. This book it's historical fiction, I think technically, but you do have two modern timelines as well. There are three people you are following. You are following Arthur, who lives in London in the 1840s. You're following Naren, who lives in Turkey in 2014. And you are following Zalika, who lives in London in 2018. But at the very start of the book, you start with a scene that is told from the perspective of King Ashurnapal of Mesopotamia, and he's talking about this poem, this epic poem of Gilgamesh, and how that poem just encompasses this entire story, and how water is in every aspect of the story as well, and the way it's written, and it flows, like, no pun intended, but it flows like a river, is incredible. So the river Thames and the Tigris River are really critical parts of this story, but they are not done in like a cheesy or unbelieving way. It's just really seamlessly put into this book as you follow these three people and then how their lives connect. It is so well done. It actually reminds me a lot of if you liked the way Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr was told, you will really like the way this book is told, because I felt there were a lot of similarities in these overarching themes and these very separate timelines, but how they interweave with each other and how they do ultimately connect is just absolutely brilliant. Elif Shafak's writing, this is by far my favorite book by Elif Shafak, and I have enjoyed a few of her books. I have 10 minutes, 38 seconds in the Strange World. I really enjoyed Island of the Missing Trees, and I've been trying to work my way through her backlist. I do like her newer stuff better, which is possibly why her latest release is my absolute favorite, but I just think she has such a unique voice and a unique perspective, and the way she told the story is crazy, and the way you connect with these characters. So Arthur grows up in severe poverty in London, and how he works his way into kind of really becoming obsessed with this poem is absolutely fascinating. And then Naren, who's a girl in Turkey who is part of a very stigmatized minority group that have been through multiple genocides, multiple displacements, and how they just can't find their footing, and then ISIS comes in, and it is a heartbreaking story. And then you have Zalika, who really is having trouble finding herself in the world. She's recently divorced. She works with water. I don't remember what her title is, but she's a water scientist. And how she's really trying to sort her life out, and how this one big entity, this poem, this epic of Gilgamesh, connects them all, is done so very well. I think the character development was really great in all of them. Not necessarily the endings that you expect from these characters or want for these characters, and the overall setting was done really well. Everything about this book is positively brilliant. It comes out, I believe, actually I should find out when it comes out. Okay, this book comes out in the States on August 20th, which is in a week. And if you have any interest at all in this, if you like historical fiction, if you like Elif Shafak, I would so highly recommend this book. It is It's a little bit longer, but I could not put this book down. It is a rare feat, I find, for really literary historical fiction books to be kind of unput-downable, and this one was. It was brilliantly crafted, and I think that Shafak deserves a lot of praise for this book. I hope that she gets some awards. I hope she gets her accolades for it, because it's fantastic. It has the real possibility of being on my top 10 list of the year. Cloud Cuckoo Land was one of my favorite books of 2022. I simply loved the way the story was put together, and it has so many similar vibes to me that I think that there's a very great possibility that she's going to have one of my favorite books of the year, and I'm so excited. It will be a book that I do purchase. I think even though I did get access to the free copy, after it comes out, I don't have access to it anymore. And I think it's just a book that deserves to take my money. And so I will be purchasing a physical copy of this book because it is positively brilliant. And I just wanted to rave about it. I wanted to talk about a book that is exciting, that I've been looking forward to, that exceeded my expectations, even though I went into with high expectations. I know a lot of other people are looking forward to this book, and I just have to say, if and when you can get your hands on it, please, please do. That is the end of the video. I hope you all have fantastic days. I'm going to stop talking so that I can finish my coffee, and I will see you in the next one.